Good morning, everybody. No, I'm not off to rob a bank. More like I'm the one that's getting robbed. I'm going to take my auto-weld gas down to TSC down in Bradford to get a refill so I can get back to work. And then I'm going to have to do the dreaded Walmart shopping trip, my once a week allowance into the outside world. Oh, I'm so sick of this. Gotta be done though until it's all safe out there. So let's have a quick road trip and we'll be back to work. Bad news, people, they didn't have any gas for me in the size I had. So I just had to upgrade to the big bottle. But I'm alright. Don't tell wifey. Right, let's get to Wally World, shall we? Yeah, that should last a bit longer. I was using the little LD size bottle, which runs out pretty quickly. So, cost a bit more money, but she didn't make me pay for the actual bottle, because the way it works is you buy the bottle and then it's yours, and it's like hundreds of dollars. It's kind of a rip-off because it's not like a brand new bottle you're getting. I'll probably look into another way of doing this. I don't think I have to use the 75-25 argon mix. I think I can just use CO2, but we'll see. Leave your comments on what shielding gas you all use, will you? Anyway, I'll see you when we get home. Okie dokie guys, we are back. Meanwhile, something shady going on across the road. Cops have turned up. Let's get a better look. So they're talking to the guy across the road that was playing that nasty gangster music. Don't worry, I'll update you with what's going on. Okay, so I got my big bottle fitted. So the old bottle was maybe about that size. So I've got about an extra. No, it's probably about twice the size actually. So that should last me hopefully to the end of summer. So I can continue with the cutting and welding. So let's get this door apart and see what we're dealing with, okay? So I had a comment from Daniel Torres, and it dawned on me that I hadn't actually described the door situation properly, which is why there was a lot of confusion and conflicting advice and information, okay? Right, the hinges are attached to the body, but the doors aren't attached to the hinges, okay? So although it looks like it's overhanging here by a 1/4 inch and overhanging there by a 1/4 inch, how you doing? It's actually only overhanging there by like 1/2 inch. Well, you know what I mean. It's only long on this side. If I take this clamp off, and hopefully it won't fall on the floor. So if I lift this up and out, you know what? Us hot rodders really need 3 hands. So as you can see, the hinge sits fine, but I need that space there between the door jamb. There's nothing there at the moment. But if I put this up where it's supposed to be, then it will fit in there fine. Okay? So the spacing on the left hand side is fine, but obviously the spacing on the right is way out. Okay? So that is why I just need to take a centre section out. So instead of going down the middle, I will take your advice. Bear in mind I'm cutting it all along here to replace that section. So I'm just going to cut maybe from there down, so that it's not quite so obvious as cutting it in the middle. So cut a 1/4 inch or between a 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch, take that out there and close it up. So this side will come in. As I say, the front side should fit fine anyway. I hope that clarifies things a bit better. Right, let's get the cutting disc out. Right, I've clamped the replacement window section on, just to make sure before we start chopping. Perfect fit. It's not in a perfect shape. As you can see, there's a bit of a undulation there. That's okay, I can deal with that afterwards. So yes, my plan was to cut along there, but I've been advised that that would be an absolute nightmare to make smooth. So I'm going to cut halfway between these all the way along. Chop that crap out. And then do the same on this section. Cut halfway along up here. And then attach this to the top once I obviously trim it down. But I can use that one now as a template for size, because I know that's the right size. We good? Good. So I'll make that section fit the other section. Okay, step one. I've marked off, I don't have any masking tape small enough, so I'm using insulating tape, which is not ideal because it's kind of flexible. I've got that as straight as I can, so I'm going to cut along there. And I've put the same size tape on this panel in the same place, cut along there, and then replace that section with the section I've just cut off. In theory it works. So I've chopped the two sections off. I've not chopped this inner section down yet because I wanted to see what was going on inside. And this is pretty cool actually. I thought this old door lock mechanism was old and done, but I sprayed it with some WD-40 and it's the locked position, I'm guessing. So the handle turns, actually that would be the lock position, wouldn't it? So unlocked, and that should now open. Oh yes. So I'm hoping that I just need to release that little screw that's in there. I can't see what else is holding this in place at the moment because there's no screws there. I'm thinking it's just the handle that's keeping it, so let's see if I can get this screw out, if I can find it. Yeah, I'm not going to get this with one hand. Back in a sec. As I predicted, I removed this little grub screw, which is in exceptional condition for a very old car. This is nice and straight, needs a bit of a polish. And this now just lifts off. So the handle was the only thing holding it on. So this would originally have screwed into a wood frame, but I'll just make a metal panel for that to screw into, and I just need to find another one just like it because I don't have another one for the other door. Right, now I can put that somewhere safe and continue chopping this up. all measured up just to cut this. So I'm taking just under 3/4 of an inch out of this section here. I've taken it up this far just so that it's out the way of any interior structure that I'll be putting there, door handle, lock, that kind of stuff. So I measured 4 inches up to there, 4 inches up to the bottom, basically 4 inches all the way down, and drew a line, and then took 3/4 of an inch, or just under 3/4 of an inch further. So taking that section out, stitch it together. Wish me luck. Well, that wasn't too terrifying. I think I got them pretty straight. I did cut within the markers, because I know that the blade itself, the cutting blade, takes out 1/8 of an inch roughly. Maybe not that much. So let's see how it fits with my one-handed. That was expected. The shape of that will change when I push it up a little bit. It's obviously sank down when it was being cut. So next stage, I'm going to clean all this up. For the moment, about 2 inches in either side, so I've got nice bare metal to weld. And I'm going to make a strip of 18 gauge steel for the inside, so that I'm not just trying to stitch this part to that part. I'll be stitching down into a new bit of metal as well. Okay, that's what's next. Right, okay, I'm just about ready to make my first weld. So this section sits underneath, and then once this section is joined together, I can actually weld these edges, that edge, this edge, onto the inside of the car, add a bit more strength. I know it's not long enough, I'll be adding more as we go. So I will be starting at the top. The most crucial part is obviously that curved section. So I'll be starting with that section and then working my way along, bending, or not exactly bending, but moving the door skin upwards to meet this, to get it as straight as possible. And I'll leave a little, just a tiny little gap in case it wants to expand and stuff, you know. But before I commit to welding, I will clamp all that together and size up the window, make sure it's the right width. Okay folks, we're all lined up as best I can, ready to do some welding. Wish me luck again. You notice there's a lot of luck involved in this project, and audience participation. Great, got a high spot already, and it's only my second tack. let me sort that and we'll get back to it. Right, let's try again. Fun. I think I'm getting enough gas out of this. Well, I don't remember turning the gas off, do you? That's stupid. I'm killing it. Not in a good way. Well, that was just terrible. Horrible, horrible welding that very, very old sheet steel. So it looks pretty bad. I'm going in for dinner and then I'll come out and grind it down, see how bad it is. Yeah, well. Right, let's grind this down, see how bad it is. It's not too bad so far. I'll be able to get this kind of nice, and that's what you're going to see most. That's the top section. It's a bit warped as expected, but I'll be able to hammer it out a little bit. I don't want it to look too good at this point because the rest of it's all going to be pitted and rust looking anyway. That's definitely a low spot along here, so that'll need tapped out. So I'll get that finished and then I'll weld the top bit on. Okay folks, ran out of patience for today. So the width is fine, not the best job, but whatever. So the gap, I mean it's only sitting in wood and one clamp at that side. I've got a gap there, which is fine. I've got a gap here, which is fine. That obviously needs to go up a little bit. But as I say, it's just sitting on wood, so that will sit there. That'll close that gap quite nicely in the window. And the same on the other side, it's to come up a little bit. So, this window section's in terrible condition. It's all twisted and whatever. But I need to use it. I need to stop getting hung up on this door. It's not going to be perfect. It's purely just to get me by for now till I get a new door. So that's it. That's my new logo, by the way. Lucky 7 or something. Very nice day, and I'm hoping tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday will be just as nice. I'll get that door finished and get the hinges done hopefully this weekend. I nearly forgot today's shout out. So today's shout out is Rocker Pat. I feel bad for Pat because he made this walk round video for my virtual car show thing that I put up a few days back, but unfortunately I can't take the video off of YouTube. So Pat, I know you went to a lot of effort to make that, so everyone pile over to Pat's page and have a look at his Rocker Pat car show, okay? There's some interesting cars he has there. Far too many for one man. So thanks for watching this nonsense. I know it was not the best work you've ever seen, but hey, it's in keeping with the style of the car, and I'll take it more seriously next year when I get a proper door and I can actually put some paint on it. But you know what? It'll still look better than your average racer that's driving about, I hope. Anyway, I'll speak to you tomorrow. I'll get more done and catch you on the flippy.